So, Chris, let's go back to you if we can. How does the CERB, the CEW, so the CERB is the $2,000 one, the CEWS, that's the 75% one, and EI benefits, how do they affect individuals just moving into or coming out of maternity leave? Are they eligible for EI or CERB? Can the employer return an employee from such leave and then apply for CEWS? Those type of questions where you're getting the overlap gives you an opportunity to also kind of talk about how they interact. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. So generally, an employee that's coming off maternity leave will not have enough insurable hours to go back on a claim immediately. So generally, you need at least 600 insurable hours of actual work before you become eligible for another EI claim. So people coming off of mat leave are generally not immediately eligible for EI benefits if they're laid off. And I think the government recognized that would have the potential of working a very significant injustice for employees that are just coming off mat leave and then have to be laid off due to the pandemic and wouldn't qualify for regular EI benefits. So that's one of the reasons behind the CERB, which has much broader eligibility criteria. An employee coming off of mat leave, even though they wouldn't qualify for regular EI, would still qualify for the CERB because there is no insurable hours requirement. The only requirement is that employee earned $5,000 or more in the 12 months before the application is made or in the entire year of 2019. And maternity leave benefits and other EI benefits actually count towards that $5,000 requirement. So therefore, employees coming off of mat leave do qualify for the CERB. In terms of the second question there, if you have an employee that's coming off of mat leave back into the workforce, there's no reason why the employer couldn't claim the wages paid to that employee under the CEWS. You just have to be careful with the timing. One of the criteria for an eligible employee under the CEWS is that essentially they weren't eligible for the CERB. So you have to look at whether they were paid remuneration for 14 consecutive days or not. But so long as they meet that criteria, there's no reason why you couldn't bring someone back onto your payroll from mat leave and claim the subsidy on those wages.
Great answer. And again, bear in mind that the CERB is, as we speak, under amendment. And so, again, you got to check back when the person's coming back and dealing with it. But again, using your common sense as to what the purpose was. We want the person back from mat leave, not just going off someplace. We want that person back on payroll, whether they're working or not, whether they're back full-time or not. They may want to come back part-time. And so these other programs are there. Bear in mind, though, that the EI part of WorkShare, we have one of those WorkShare programs that EI tops it up, or the sub-plan, all of that will be clawed back under the CEWS 75% wage subsidy because, again, they're not wanting double dipping in a lot of these programs.